God bless you, global Christian friends. You can't go up if you're being held down. You can't see the higher things of God if you're caught up going through. We said God did not let the Red Sea be a hindrance to him. He went through it. Jesus did not let the Sea of Galilee be a hindrance to him. He walked upon it. You cannot let the adversary be a hindrance to you having power over all the power of the enemy. You cannot go up in God if you're held down by the adversary. Keep that in mind. You cannot go up in God if you're held down by the adversary. You have been warned by the voice from heaven about the adversary. Woe be unto the inhabitants of the earth, because you know why. In the 12th chapter of Revelation. Let's begin, and pastors out there, pay attention to what's taking place here. You'll learn a lot. You will learn a lot. And what you'll learn, you'll find in your own Bible. Most of you out there don't have the wherewithal to understand what God wants you to know, for obvious reasons known to him and to you. Let your secrets be revealed unto him. All right? He is the one that makes crooked places straight and rough places smooth. You may know God, but the question is, are you led by him? You may confess him, but are you led by him? The Bible said, they that are led by the Spirit of God, that qualifies you to become sons of God. And when you are a son of God, you are the rightful heir of God's knowledge. This is why you can speak that way across the world to any nation. And when God speaks to nations, or when God speaks, let me go higher than that. When God speaks to the world, he don't speak to any one nation. He don't speak to titles. He don't speak to the Pope, the rabbi, the bishop, the prophet, the apostle, when he speaks to the world. And God has a habit of speaking to the heavens as well as speaking to the world. Now, blameless, being blameless before God. Think about that statement, being blameless before the Lord. Verse 6, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord, blameless. Look at that statement and hang out around the beginning of the creation of the world and look at that statement and see the creation of the world. Well, let me just show something here to give you some kind of an understanding. Think of how sweet the planet Earth ought to smell as she leaves her trail through space with the sweet smell of lilac, calamus, magnolias, honeysuckles, roses, spikenards, cinnamons, mangoes, the sweet smell of fruits and berries and melons, and the fragrance of blossoms and buds. But above all, think of how sweet the fragrance of the paradise of God, Revelations 2 and 7, must smell from overhead, containing the tree of life which bear 12 manner of fruits, plural, and yield her fruit single every month. Revelation chapter 22, verse 2. And this is perpetual and forever. Think about that. When you think about God and think about being blameless and walking blameless before Him and knowing His ordinances and things of that sort, it goes beyond the human. Verse 7. And they had no child because that Elizabeth was barren, and they both were now well stricken in years. Your mind will go back to Abraham and Sarah. Verse 8. And it came to pass while Zacharias executed the office of priest before God in the order of his course, according to the custom of the priest's office, his lot was to burn incense when he went into the temple of the Lord. I got news right here for you. That was not what God had ordained. God asked the question, what are your incense to me? Think about that. Now here's one. I'm not accusing Zechariah. I'm not accusing the people. I'm not accusing anything. I'm simply saying God asked the question. What are your incense unto me? You can consider that and ask God about that yourself. If you walk close enough with Him, you can, and He will answer you. But if you don't, well, you have a form of godliness, but you deny the power thereof. His custom as a high priest and Lot to burn incense when he went into the temple of the Lord. Think about that. Do God need incense? When you look at the fragrance of the whole planet Earth through space and all the things we just mentioned, the fragrances that we've just mentioned, let's not forget the frankincense and the myrrhs and the aloes down the line. You're looking at the minute when you need to look at that which is more cosmic when it comes to the Lord. A lot of us are local. We listen to what the pastor tells us and not to what God Himself wants to show us. And as long as we listen to what the pastor tells us and not what God wants to show us, oh, I know out there, pastors, you're going to hate me, but I don't care about that. That's your problem. My Bible tells me to love, and to love even my enemy. So if you want to be my enemy, that's up to you. I can only tell you the truth. And if you love the people that have put you up on these high pedestals, not knowing that your pastorship is going to come to an end, I'm telling the truth about the matter, with scripture to back it up. You need to let the people know so that the people can rejoice in the Lord, not rejoice in the pastor, but rejoice in the Lord. And the knowledge that you're receiving is far greater than any pastor can give you. God bless you, global Christian friends, and the American government. We love you.